Check out all the algae. Man, this is Frog City, and that's exactly what I'm gonna throw. Got this SPRO Flappin Frog, or whatever they call this thing. It is so much fun to fish with. You see the swan over there? There's another one nesting back in there. I don't have my fishing boots on, so I'm not going to step in that. You'll sink right in. All right, let's get the fishing going. Welcome back, fishing friends, to another adventure. All right, guys, we're at another one of my little childhood fishing holes that I used to just have so much fun fishing. Although the algae is a mess here, but I knew that coming in. It's gonna be perfect to throw this frog over these holes. Just gonna have some fun. Hey, if you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate all the support. My name's Alan, and I'm usually making some kind of a fishing video. So we're gonna throw over here first. There's a grandpa and his grandson over on my other spot. But that's all right. We'll get it sorted out. Is that a wind knot? I don't see one. Yep, I see the wind knot. Crying out loud. There's a 30-pound braid. Cortland master braid on this. I never get wind knots with Cortland. There we go. All right, guys, I got this set up on a Jordan Lee 610 Abu Garcia. Now, it's not a frog rod, but I'm making it a frog rod. And it works out pretty good. I got this last year up at Spirit Lake, Iowa. They were just had them reduced to like 50 bucks. I was like, man, I'm getting that. I should have bought more of them. But anyway, so this, I like to kill it in the open spots, this frog. And just let it do its flapping thing. Got a whole bunch of different ones I'm going to test today. All right, boys, we're hooked up on the SPRO Flappin Frog. He's tugging down there. He's caught in all that moss. So I'm hoping this 30-pound test line will do its job. I know a lot of guys use 65, 60, or 50. Some of them even use 80. I've just got 30. I'm pulling in all the algae. Yeah, he's not moving. Boy, he just came up and clocked it. Come on. £30 Cortland Master Braid. And I've got this on the Jordan Lee Abu Garcia 610 spinning rod that I got up at Spirit Lake, Iowa for next to nothing. I mean, it was like 50 bucks, I think. It's like their factory outlet store. Well, heck. I gotta keep tension on them. I don't want it to spin anything. He just came up and just hammered it. Come on. You never know, it could also be a big catfish. But it hit like a bass. It was just as soon as it, I didn't have a chance to get the camera on. As soon as it hit the water, boom. Is there a fish in here? That is the question. Look at this cabbage. Oh yeah, I see him. There is a fish in here. There he is. There's the frog. There he is. I had to use my glove to grab that line because it was like cutting into my hand. That's a pig right there. Check that out. All right. What is it, about 15, do you think? Let's get her back in. Right there. There she goes. She did a big whoo and disappeared. All right, I'll show you what I was using. Boy, that glove came in handy. Look at all this moss. Uh-oh. I don't know if I'm gonna get my line out of here. All right, guys. They came with a side of cabbage. Look at that. Side of salad and cabbage. Is that somebody's fishing line there? Yep. So I was also pulling in somebody's fishing line in all that mess. All right, so 30-pound braid was pushing it. The key was getting that glove on so I wouldn't cut my hands trying to pull it through. That's it right there. The Flappin Frog by SPRO, Dean Rojas design. Little legs kick back there. Super durable, it's tough. Love this color. Here in a little bit I'll show you what frogs I brought with me, but man. Just right on the surface, boom, he hammered it. Didn't have time really to even get the camera turned on. That's it. I'm just bringing it through and pausing it on those little openings. That's fish is big for this area. Northern strain largemouth, so they're not going to be those giant ones I would get back in Texas. He just did a quick slurp, just choomp, and that was all she wrote. And then it became a cabbage fish. Even though it's designed to flap, you can just kill it in there, guys. The only thing I got to worry about is judging the wind. On a zoom worm one time, I caught a beast right off of that. Just letting it sit there and then twitching it along. Little shaky rig. I think I got a bite, guys. Oh, he let go. It wasn't even really a bite. It was just like a big bluegill. Just gave it a little thump. Here's, I can hear one back behind me. Yeah, this is fun. Fishing topwater. Alright, I'm gonna keep it going. I got all kinds of stuff buzzing in and out of my ears. You probably heard that on the camera. That bzzz. If we're real quiet, you'll hear the bulldogs. The bullfrogs will be going. You'll hear them in there, so the bass know that they're, that they're there. Guys, we got another one in there. Same spot. Let's go. We're not getting down in that dang cabbage. Let's go, let's go. I'm all heave-hoeing. There we go. This one will be much more manageable. Look at the wake. He's not as big, but it was he was still a fun bite. Wait a minute, is he on there? Oh man, he came off. Oh dang, how in the heck did he come off? What the heck? Guys, add that one to the fail. But I know I had him hooked because boy, I sure felt him pulling. He must have got loose in that cabbage. We're gonna give that little area a break. We're gonna go to this one. Ooh. A bass, I think, tried to come up, or a bullfrog tried to get that bird. There's a little bird dancing along in the reeds there. Crazy. Unless it was a bird got in the water just to, refresh itself. I'm gonna pitch right in there. was a perfect skip. Nothing. See, what I see, these dragonflies are landing on the water, and these little bass over here are coming up and popping them. I don't know if I can get anything to, if they're big enough to even hit this. See a ton of bluegill in there. It's kind of deep. Dang it, the wind caught that one. Come on. Yeah, I'm gonna have to sharpen the hooks. The big bullfrog, I got scared when he jumped out of the grass over there into the water. This thing's heavy enough, I wouldn't think that the wind would affect it that much. So this little boat ramp, it's electric motors only. This used to be a premier bass pond and crappie, but they insisted to get the carp out of here. When they got the carp out of here, it turned into a disaster, as you can see. That was back in the 80s and 90s, and ever since then, early 2000s, it's just wrecked it. When I say wrecked it, I mean wrecked it for like little kids and families. You know, they can't really worm fish and all this. There's a big blow up. So I don't know, if people keep complaining they need to get it fixed, but if you know what you're doing, like a swim jig or a topwater, you can, as you can see, get some good bites. I gotta put that one on the fail list though, because that was a major fail. Look at that perfect spot. It's fun waiting for the blow up, you know what I mean? Anticipating it. All right, boys, we're hooked up. I'm on way out there. I was hunting him. I saw him trying to go after dragonflies. Please tell me he's in this. What a mess. He might have gotten off like that other one, but it sure is heavy. Is there a fish in there? I do see one. There he is. Come on. There we go. Look at all that dang cabbage, for crying out loud. Once again, the glove came in handy. All right, there we go. Another good hog. There he is right there. That's probably like a 15, 16. There we go. Boom. All right. Same old story. What the heck? Look at this mess. Boy, that's what you know is your frog fishing when you got all this on there. All right. You don't want to see me pull all this out of here, do you? I didn't think so. Hey, we got it. Okay, so this guy, I stalked him. He was out there trying to catch those dragonflies. Somebody makes a dragonfly lure. I think it's Linker Hunt. So I just fired it out there and I killed it. Then I got it chopping really good. And then all of a sudden, bam! He just inhaled it. There's a lot of people tell you to wait when you set the hook. If they got it, as soon as it goes under or moves, I reel into him and set the hook. That's just it. All right, guys, check it out. Here's the other topwater frogs. Got some caprolin, some snag proof, all kinds of different things. One kind of like this, that Bobby's snag proof. Kind of like this one. I gotta rethread that over that. Oops. Sorry guys, I had a fly in my ear. I gotta rethread that over, but shouldn't be a big deal. I'm gonna switch to a swim jig, see how that holds up in this stuff, see if we can get one. All right, boys, we're hooked up on the no jack swim jig. Bombed it right into one of those holes, and he just hammered it. Let's go. Let me get you through this cabbage. I put the swim jig on this frog rod, knowing that I was gonna have to heave ho, heave ho, heave ho, heave ho. All right, I know there's a fish in there. I can see him. There's the wad of cabbage. There's the jig. Come on. There he is, right there. Good shape. Nice fish. There you go, buddy. All right. Always good to have a pair of tweezers with you. So with this heavy cabbage, 30-pound braid with a Berkeley power stinger on the back of it, just dirty jigs with that. No jack. Look at that. Bang. Just right out there on the edges, I dropped it right in a hole and bang. It went right in and he got it. Let's see if we can try that over here a little bit. Key thing is I just let it get down there and then I just twitch it a little in the grass and then I start cranking, all of a sudden, boom, boom, boom. Ooh, I see one over there. Let's get over there. That was a guy I tried to get earlier, and he wouldn't go for the SPRO. I can't get him over here to chase. We're gonna try over there where I've seen some blow-ups. This cat's pretty far on 30-pound braid. There is a way to get to that other side, but you're dealing with those cattails that are so stinking high. It's really hard to get in there a fish. I saw a guy one time that trimmed a gap in there, and I think he got in trouble for doing that. Since this is like a public area. All right, there's one I dropped right in that hole. All right, so there you go. If you want to do some frog fishing for just a regular Joe and a swim jig, I've got a whole bunch of swim jigs I use. I always swim them, but this is just one of the brands I use. I use Tom Monsoor mostly. I've got the 6 Sense Mineral, these. I got the Hack Attack heavy cover. I've got a bunch of Beast Coasts, CJ Flip, and of course Coda Lures, my favorite. But the frogs, just get it out there. Make sure you got some heavy line if you're fishing and stuff like this. I almost got it in the tree. Oh, nothing. Man, I figured for sure. So I got a bluegill pattern here because there are lots of bluegill, but it's also can look like a dragonfly when it flutters. So there you go. But anyway, get a good rod. This one's a good one. It was just for sale, pretty easy purchase for me up there. 50 bucks for this Jordan Lee Abu Garcia rod. So I used it for my frog rod, my top water rod. So right now it's got the jig on there. But anyway, the only thing you can do is just fish and have fun and just go for it. All right, guys, there's a lot of questions about how do you trim the legs? Do you leave them? Some of them I leave them, some of them I trim them. This one's trimmed just a little. Some guys will trim one side longer than the other. Some guys will pinch their hooks out. Remember, it's your frog. You do it how you want to do it. So I've caught them all different ways. When that breeze feels good, it is humid out here. Just remember, your frog, how you want to do it, or if you want to follow how somebody else does it, you know, but you're going to have to come up with your own system at some point. So for me, there are times where I do trim it. Take about a 1/4 of an inch off. Sometimes I take a 1/2 inch. It just depends. Depends on where I'm fishing too, but anyway. One more over here, then we'll wrap it up. Look at all that cottonwood pollen back in there. The cool thing about this, when you let it sit there, guys, we'll see if we can hear it. I don't know if you can hear it's going tick, 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 tick. But that's that EBS chip in there. So I can let it sit there and it'll start doing its tick, 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 tick. And these stinking bullfrogs. See why you throw the frog around here? There's bullfrog city through here. All right, let's get out of here. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. Till next time, I'll see you then. Bye-bye. Now get out there and get your lures wet.